Yes, you're audible. Please
Thank
go
you,
ahead.
sir. Okay, thank you. I must start. A very warm good evening to esteemed IEEE members and passionate participants. I warmly welcome you all to the second webinar under our Spark initiative, exclusively tailored for Region 10 students and graduate student members with active IEEE and PES memberships in collaboration with IEEE PES SBC GEC Thrissur, IEEE PES SBC DSC Bangalore, IEEE PES SBC ADGITM Delhi, and IEEE PES SBC SCT Trivandrum. It's a pleasure to have you all gather here today in pursuit of knowledge and collaboration. We are truly honored to present an engaging session focused on the IEEE PES Standard Association and Industry Connect Program overview. Our distinguished speaker, Ravindra Desai, the Program Manager, Standards at Global IEEE, is an accomplished professional with over 30 years of expertise in electrical engineering. A graduate of Bombay University, he has been pivotal in electrical testing, maintenance, diagnostic analysis, and standards development. Notably, he led high voltage product testing at HCCT and contributed to national and international conferences as a co-author. His versatile career includes stints at ERDA and CEDT, Department of Electronics. A committee member of BIS, he is actively shaping grid integration of renewables, power system control, communications, and electrical energy storage systems. His insights promise to unravel the intricate world of standards and their real-world impact. Let's embrace this opportunity to explore the IEEE Standard Association's collaborative endeavors and their role in shaping our global technological landscape. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. It's my privilege to be part of this initiative. I'm very happy to join you. Okay, so just give me a minute. Let me share. Okay. So I'm myself part of IEEE SA, that is IEEE Standards Association. Okay, so my profile or my bio is already read. Yes, I am graduate in electrical from Bombay University, and I have almost 30 plus years of experience. And like you are student member. I am myself actual PS member. And as I was discussing with Rishi, I'm a hardcore electrical. That is, I was heading high voltage testing in ERDA. ERDA is a national testing laboratory. Products like power transformer, instrument transformer, cable, capacitor, and diagnostic. Okay, I have authored few papers. Okay, the important is whatever are my views. Okay, in this talk are my personal opinion. Okay, I'm not the official spokesperson of IEEE SA, so I have to mention these as per IEEE SA bylaws. Okay, so all of us are proud to be part of IEEE. Okay, IEEE is the largest technical professional organization in the world. It's more than 139 years old. Okay, and you can see the tagline of IEEE. Okay, I think you feel proud when you read this. Advancing technology for humanity. Okay, so whatever technology is developed, that should be useful for the humanity. That is the thing. Okay, so IEEE's vision is IEEE should be essential to the global technical community and to technical professional everywhere, not limiting to any region. So IEEE has presence in almost 160 countries. There are 4,000 plus members, 340 sections. There are 39 technical societies and 7 councils. That comes to 46 technical societies and councils. IEEE conducts almost 2,000 plus annual conferences, and in India it is almost 10%. That is almost 200 are held only in India. So IEEE Standards Association. So how many of you are aware of IEEE SA? Let me know. Any IEEE standards? Anyone knows? Any answer? Anyone? So all of you are using Wi-Fi. Any idea which is the standard used for Wi-Fi? So you should be proud that the whole world is using Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is based on IEEE standard, that is IEEE 802.11. I mean, it's a series. Like latest is Wi-Fi 6, which is IEEE 802.11ax. Okay. There are others also, just for information. Uh, Ethernet you are using. So Ethernet is IEEE 802.3. Bluetooth you are using. It is 802.15.4. Okay. Uh, so these are some of the maybe Wi-Fi standards. So there are other standards also. As I said, I'm hardcore electrical. So there is one standard called IEEE 80. This is 80. So this is on substation grounding, and this is mandated by CEA, which is the regulator for electrical systems in India. CEA, Central Electricity Authority. So they have mandated certain IEEE standards. One of them is IEEE 80. Then other one is IEEE 519. This is on the power quality. Okay, because with more and more power electronic systems and renewables pumping the energy into the grid is polluted. Okay, so IEEE 519 talks on the quality. Okay. So IEEE SA developed market relevant standards. Okay. Advancing global technology and technology platform it promotes innovation, uh, uh, protecting public safety, health and well-being, and contributing to sustainable futures. So if I come by numbers, see, IEEE has almost 2,100 plus standards and projects. Okay. So I'll tell what are standards and projects. Standards are published and projects are what we'll be seeing, that is standards under development. So it is present in almost 175 countries. There are 380 corporate members. Okay. ABB, Siemens, Schneider, Hitachi, Intel, Google, many, almost 380 global corporate members are there of IEEE SA. There are 7,500 individual members. So like IEEE SA also, since it developed standard, there's membership. So membership is two-way, either it is individual or it is entity based. In case of entity based, it is based on the revenue of the company. Uh, Individually also, you can be part of, if you have interest in developing standard or contributing towards development and standards, you can join IEEE SA. So there are 7,500 individual members and almost 380 corporate members. Okay. And globally, there are 34,000 plus participants, that is those who contribute to development standards. And IEEE SA has 180 plus global agreements. Okay. So, so this is IEEE SA governance. So IEEE SA Standard Board, what we call SASB, it reports to Board of Governors. Okay. So Board of Governor has a chair, vice chair, uh, past chair, chair elect, secretary. Okay. So I will not show that, just to for your information, uh, where you can contribute and where you can reach. One of the Indian, all of you must be knowing him, Professor Karandikar, Abhay Karandikar, Director IIT Bombay. He is on IEEE SA Board of Governors, what we call BOG. Okay, so and there are others also. There is one from Siemens Technology. He is on care. So SASB has different committees. There are 6 committees. In the short form, we call ADCOM, that is Administrative Committee. So this committee oversees the administrative functions of SASB. Then there is Audit Committee. So Audit Committee oversees standards development activities. It reviews the sponsor and the working group uh, policies and procedures. Then there is the new standards committee, what we call NESCOM. So this examines PAR. I will come to that. PAR is the project authorization request and make the recommendation for their approval. So PAR is nothing but new standard development. Okay. So patent committee. So if anyone has patent, so that is also protected, which is taken care by patent committee. So it provides oversight for the use of patents in the standard. Uh, then this whatever activities are there, these are strictly all the activities follow strict policies and procedures. Even for development standard, there are policies and procedures. Okay, so procedure committee takes care of that. It sees that all the procedures are in place. And standards review committee. So it will review all the standards, whether it is new, renewal, amendments. All this will be reviewed by a review committee. Okay, these are the programs, portfolio of programs and services of IEEE SA. That is industry connection, which explores incubating new technology and new standard development. Okay, whether it is existing or new. Membership, as I said, conformity assessment, registries, alliance management, and open source. So these are some of the practice areas, focus practice areas within IEEE SA. Okay. So we are part of some or the other uh, uh, practices. So it is health and life sciences like pharma, clinical wellness, mobility like EV or autonomous vehicles. These are part of that. Energy, smart energy, energy efficiency, energy infrastructure. I'm part of energy practice. Okay, telecommunication connectivity. Some of you may know my colleague Muni. So Muni is part of telecommunication and connectivity. All of you, some of you must have met, and many of you may know Sri Chandra. So Sri Chandra globally hates this. So this is not only India, this is a global, I mean, within IEEE SA. So Sri Chandra, the senior director or country head India, he heads the foundation. He is the leader or he leads the foundational technologies. And almost more than 2/3 of the time he is out of country, either for IoT or any other technical activities. Okay. Then there are new frontiers, sustainability or artificial intelligence system, emerging technology. Okay. So there is one program which is called GAPS, that is Government Engagement Program on Standards. So the idea behind this program is IEEE is into standardization global. Okay, so IEEE invites government agencies, especially who are into standardization or national standard body, to so that they understand uh, IEEE standardization process. Okay, and they can inform uh, about their initiative or the direction in which this particular government or particular agencies want to go, and engage with them even for uh, giving more insight into standardization process. Okay, so okay. So there is one more program called National Standards Adoption Program. So as you are aware, IEEE standards are global standards. As I said, Wi-Fi whole world is using. So these are developed by IEEE. Okay. So there may be some countries who may not have resources, okay, to develop standards. So any country who wants to, because IEEE standards are highly technology oriented, okay, and focused to the domain. So any of the country which feels these standards are useful can have adoption agreement with IEEE. Many of the countries, maybe developing or underdeveloped countries, may not have resources to develop standards. In that case, also they can have agreement with IEEE to have IEEE standards adopted. So I liaison with BIS, which is the national standard body in India, Bureau of Indian Standard, and so far 8 standards are adopted by BIS, and almost 15 are under review. Okay, so adoption can be done in 3 ways. Either as it is, like IEEE standard is there, Wi-Fi, so they can adopt as it is without any change. So that is number one. Number two is country-specific changes. Okay, so since I'm from power or energy field, uh, India electric system is single phase 240, three phase 400, and frequency is 50 hertz. Whereas US it is 120 volt and 60 hertz. So US standards may be referring to a system of 120 volt, 50 hertz, sorry, 60 hertz. So India can have country-specific changes. The standard will remain as it is, but wherever the country or anyone come across the supply system of 240 volt, 60 hertz, it will be replaced by 50 hertz and 230 volt for India. Okay, so those are country specific. And the third one is they can amend the they can amend the standard, or they can ask for the country specific changes, but in the changes in the standard. But the third one is little longer route. It has to come through the technical committee. Technical committee have to approve the changes. Then only it can be incorporated in the standard. So this is a longer route. But the first route, and so far whatever standards are adopted by BIS, these are all as it is. Only numbers are changed, keeping in line with the BIS numbers, uh, number series. Numbers are same. Uh, I just for your information, just wanted to show. So gaps in from India, there are many. Like from BIS, Raju Sharma, he is a Deputy Director General, a good friend of mine also. He is the GAPS member. Then Hemant Darbari, I think he is replaced by someone. He retired. He is the DG CDEC. Then we have Ashok Rajput from CEA. Then there is Telecom Engineering Services. So now CDEC has also joined on GAP. And I think it was my initiative only. Even Power Grid has joined on GAPS. So this GAPS participation is increasing globally. Globally, around 60 participation, different countries and different departments. Okay. So SA has collaboration, global collaboration with IC. As you know, IEEE is one of the standards organization, SDO. So similarly, you must have come across IC, ISO, and ITU. So IEEE. When I say IEEE, it is the IEEE SA, which does the standardization work. So IEEE has agreement or collaboration with IC, against which IEEE and IC can jointly develop some standards with advancement in technology. There are uh, a lot of new standards are being developed, and it doesn't make any sense if there are two global agencies who are parallelly working on a same subject or on the same topic. So IEEE is very collaborative. So IEEE thought of collaborating with IC so that uh, best of the expert from best of the global expert can join, and they can develop dual logo. They can develop standard with dual logo. There is IC, IEEE. Okay. We also have, uh, agreement with ISO. Okay. So IEEE is one of the partner for standard development organization. Okay, ITU, these are the highly specialized. These are into the communication, International Telecommunication Union. Okay, so IEEE has collaboration with them also. So agreement with other organization like BIS, as I said, adoption of standards. So BIS is there. You can see Standards Australia. This is if you can see, I'm just trying to mark a pointer. Of course, is not there. No issues. So this is Israel. So Israel is also one of the developed countries. So they use. Then of course Ghana is there. I think South Africa, Rwanda. So these all these countries they have adopted IEEE standards, and there are other MOUs with other for either development of standard adoption or other way for workshop events, okay, capacity building. There are the collaboration or agreement with other agencies which are here. Okay. So there is one program called conformity assessment program. What is called okay. So what it does, you have a standard, but whether the product conforms to this standard or not, you do not know. Many times there are many manufacturers for manufacturing the product. All may not comply. It is like everyone is giving exam, but all may not be securing 90 marks or 80 marks. Some may be 50, 60. So IEEE conformity assessment program certifies that products conforms to all the requirements of the standard. It issues a certificate. Uh, so it issues a certificate. Can you see the certificate? Hello? So it issues a certificate that product conforms to this uh, IEEE standard. And there are different programs which are run. This is my colleague from US, Ravi Subramanian. He's the director ICAP, IEEE Conformity Assessment Program. So there are various programs run. On blockchain, then ethics, DER, there are programs. We are trying to have one pilot project in India also. I still have doubt. You can hear me, Rishi, or someone can respond. Hello?
Yes, sir. So your
Yeah,
presentation is visible only.
sorry.
Only your presentation is visible, sir. The PPT.
Acha, acha. Oh, okay. Okay. So, yeah, let me check. So still you see the presentation or
Sir, it's
I can,
completely black. Sir, you have to change the mode. You have to change the
okay,
window.
okay.
Yeah.
So, I will-
First, you have to unshare. Then only.
okay. So, I had the doubt, so I thought sorry. Yeah. You can see now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Because I'm not able to see, so I will. Now I can see also. Yeah. So as I was saying, ICAP, IEEE Conformity Assessment Program, okay, it certifies that product conforms to the requirement or specification given by the standard. As I was mentioning, all of us may not have secured 8090. So similarly, the product may not conform to the exact requirement. It may be just passing the requirement. Okay. So this program certifies. Okay, and IEEE is a third party. So IEEE have an expert. They will formulate some program for conformity assessment. How to test this? This will be tested through a third party independent laboratory, conforming to 17025. Uh, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of 17025. If you have heard of NABL, NABL in India, it runs program and it certifies lab which conform to 17025. This is nothing but quality management system. Okay, so the product is tested through 17 ISO 17025 to see that a product conforms to the specification of the standard, and IEEE issues a certificate. Like here, ICAP on drone application, medical device, nuclear equipment qualification, phaser measurement unit, okay, precision time protocol, okay. There are different programs, okay, DER, yeah, I was just coming to the, so we are, planning or proposing one pilot project or program on ICAP on DER, distributed energy resources. That is connection of renewable to the grid. Already talks are in place, so maybe we'll be starting this month or next month. But within this year, we will start one in Delhi. So, so once ICAP certificate is received, okay, this is universally accepted, which gives confidence to the customer or the purchaser that this product conforms to the specified standard, and he need not go through again the testing procedure or testing it in various labs. Okay, against the IEEE certificate, this will be accepted globally. So this is the this is for synchrophasers. Okay, so this is tested in a independent laboratory by IEEE. IEEE experts go through the results and they certify that yes, it confirms. So this uh, certificate is valid globally. Okay, so like even the foreign manufacturer need not test it in India separately. There is a beauty of that. Okay, so conformity assessment. So what standards do for industry and society? One is it ensures system interoperability, creates new market, uh, allow for better cost efficiency, continue to enhance technology, improve reliability, reduce the market risk. So IEEE standards development, okay, IEEE tries to collaborate, helping mobilize people from diverse background and industry, okay, to come together for development of standards. Uh, okay, the approach is bottom up and market driven. Okay, like since we are from India, so in India, national standards body is BIS. So if you have to develop a standard, it has to be through BIS, and BIS is part of IEC. So IEC is country specific. Like you want to develop IEC standard, so it has to be only through BIS. So, but here it is bottom up. 10 people. I'll come to that. Okay, yeah. There is individual or entity. If a group of students or people, professionals, feel that they can develop, or there is some gap in some of the domain, uh, then they can come together, start working on standard and develop a standard. I'll come to that. So what IEEE SA do, okay, reaching across the border, okay, like whenever you start, it's a global standard. So notice will be issued globally, and anyone can participate. And I'll in course of my talk, I will give some live example also where we had global participation for some standard. So there is global participation, and mostly now, since virtually it is possible, most of the meetings are virtual. Okay, so this is under some late guidelines or framework. Okay, uh, and this is consensus based, uh, and it addresses both established and emerging technology which are established or the future technologies. Uh, Again, it supports standards implementation through maybe ICAP or some other area. Right now it is ICAP, but there may be more programs coming up. And then it uh, encourages global adoption. Okay? And mind you, for global adoption, it is free of cost. Okay? So there are few standards which are already adopted. The cost of this may be in the range of maybe uh, around $100, but for IEEE, sorry, for BIS it is free. Whatever standards are adopted, so BIS can adopt it free, but BIS can sell it at a nominal cost. So we don't have a binding on BIS, but when we have a MOU with BIS, BIS can adopt any of the IEEE standards free of cost. Okay, so we come to the standard development of standard. So development of standard is two-way in IEEE. One is individual method, other one is entity or corporate method. Uh, so in individual, participants are individual. Minimum 10 members can join together and they can start working on any standard. So individuals represent themselves. They can be from the same company also, no issues as far as the standard development is individual method. Okay. So one more, okay. So when you participate in standards, you need not be member of IEEE SA. Okay. Only the office bearers. When you start working on some standards, there is a working group formed, and since all of our IEEE, you know, so working group will have a chair, vice chair, it will have a secretary, it will have a treasurer, provided funding is involved or money is involved. If there is no money, we need not have, I mean, the group need not have a treasurer. Okay, only the office bearers like chair, vice chair, and secretary should be IEEE SA member. Otherwise, participant can be from anyone. Okay. So similarly for entity, minimum three entities are required. It cannot be monopoly. Like one company says, okay, I will start developing a standard. No, that is not allowed. IEEE doesn't support any monopoly. So minimum three entities should be there to start any entity-based standards. Okay. So IEEE standards are three types. Okay, one, these are standards or mandatory requirements, and normally the word shall will be used. So these are mandatory requirements. Okay, and these are strictly followed without any deviation. Other one is recommended practices. So these are documents where IEEE recommends the practice. Okay. So normally the word usually should. So this should be used. Okay. This is the uh, mm, recommendation from the IEEE. And there are guides. Okay. So IEEE mainly publishes standard or develop standards three ways. Either it is standard which are specification or mandatory requirement. These are recommended practices or these are guidelines. There is one more also trial use document. This is for a short time, maybe 3 years or so. some document used for trial. Then we see, okay, then the group sees, okay, either it is of no use or it will be for only short use. So that is also possible in uh, standards. So who can participate? Okay. So industry, government agencies, academia, consumers, standard development organization, any civil societies, but non-profit. See, mind you, since all of you are attached with IEEE, IEEE is a not-for-profit organization. Okay, so we strictly uh, have tie-up or collaboration with non-profit organization or government organizations. Okay, research organization, consultant. So these are guidelines uh, for development of any IEEE standard. Okay, direct participation. One can directly participate. As I said, you want to participate in any standards activity. You need not be a member of IEEE also. Okay? Anyone can participate. Okay, you need not feel of due process. So it follows the due process. Okay, and then it is consensus based. Okay. So unless until there is consensus, the standard will not be accepted or it will not be approved. So then it is a balance. Balance means, as I said, in case of entity, one organization, one corporate will not be allowed to develop a standard. So when it comes to balloting, the process will be followed in course of. So when it comes to balloting, IEEE SA he sees that uh, uh, it is balanced. There is no not only one group, like only the manufacturer or only a lobby which develop so that only they are benefited. It is a balance. Manufacturer, user, okay, maybe other agencies, maybe utility, okay, or research. It tries to have a balance when it comes to balloting. Okay, the process is fully transparent. Okay, and IEEE SA is open. Open in the sense open to receive comments. Okay, um, uh, uh, receive comments or any then quorums. Okay, and development dimension, that is economic or social or environmental, taking into consideration those things. So again, coming to developmental process. So if you, as I said, if you have any good idea, you can go ahead with developing a standard. So the standard development process is called PAR, IEEE. So it has to be approved. So once it is approved, okay, working group is formed. So working group develops the standard, draft standard. Then it goes to IEEE SA for ballot and public review. IEEE SASB, that is Standardization Standard Board, approves the standard and the standard is published. Now the validity of life is 10 years. Okay. After 10 years, either it is withdrawn. Okay. Technology may have changed, so you may not need this. With the emerging technology, there are always changes. So the technology changes, so the standard may not be relevant maybe after 10 years. So it is withdrawn, so it becomes archived. Or many the committee may revise the standard. In that case, again, it has to uh, uh, go through the same process. So as I said, PAR is project authorization request. So for a good idea, you can which can turn into a project. So it can be submitted into my project. So the project, the PAR is submitted in my project. Okay, it goes to the PAR is the PAR is completed, then it is submitted to NESCOM, that is the New Standards Committee. Okay, it sees whether the PAR is complete. Okay, if yes, okay, it will be reviewed by NESCOM, it will be approved. If it is not approved, okay, again, the working group will have to see what is missing, and they will have to resubmit. Once the PAR is approved, okay, the working group can go ahead with development of standard. Okay, so the PAR is a form. Of course, it has to be filled online. So it will have a number. So if you are working on some standard, maybe you can attach that series number. From here, we standard one LVDC was developed. So that series was 2030. So that was 2030.10.1. Okay. Then the title. Okay. So you have to mention whether the working group is individual or entity based. Okay. Then chair. As I said, only the office bearer, that is chair, vice chair, and secretary, uh, uh, should be a member, or they need to be compulsory member of IEEE SA. Okay. Then scope. What is tied to address? Like in this case, 2030.10.1. Okay, it will give the requirement for the low voltage DC direct current. Okay. The purpose. What is the purpose? Why it is? Why there is a requirement for developing the standard, or need? What after development of the standard? What issue or what problem it will solve? Okay. But purpose, it is not compulsory. You need not mention. If you feel you don't need to mention the purpose, but it has to have some sponsor. So we call it a sponsor committee. Okay, so it has to have some sponsorers. Sponsorers are committees. Okay, technical committees within IEEE, and they maintain the standard. So they are technical committees within IEEE for maintaining and developing or maintaining the standards. So if there is any copyright or patent, that has to be disclosed, but patent will be protected, that will be taken care by IEEE or SA. Okay. So if there are any similar standard in IEEE, that one has to mention. Okay, any explanatory note is needed. Okay. Uh, eh, so once a project authorization request, that is PAR is submitted, if PAR is in line with the requirement, decision will come whether it is approved or not. I just give one of the parts so you get idea. Okay. Yeah. So you get idea. You can see this is P stands for project. You will see for IEEE standards, it starts with IEEE any number. As I said, IEEE 80 or IEEE 802.11.ax. Okay, so similarly, P means it is under development, that is project. Okay, so someone has to submit this. Okay, so you can see type of project, then PAR request date, normal time period or the normal normal period for development of standard is 4 years. So project number, document type, standard, okay, full use. You can see that title, standard for electricity access requirement with extra safety, extra low voltage DC for tier 2 and tier 3 energy sector management assistance program, multi-tier framework for household electricity. This is the title. Okay, you can see, of course, Mark Sira is SSC is one of the committee chair. He has submitted that. Okay, and you have to give all the details, and you can see the sponsoring committee is IEEE SASB coordinating committee SSC 21. So one of the committee in IEEE SA should should sponsor this. Sponsor mean not the monetary sponsorship. So they will oversee the development of this standard, and this standard will be the standard will be maintained by the committee. Okay? Because the office bearer may not be there after development. They may change the organization. Okay, they may not participate in future. So there should be some committee who will maintain within IEEE this. So ballot you can see 4.1. It is individual. And you can see what is the scope. This defines requirement for electrical system that are meant to satisfy the attributes associated with electrical system for energy access outlined in tier 2 or tier 3. So see here purpose, there was no need to purpose, so purpose is not given. Okay? And need, because there is no standard so far in India. Okay, and BIS has started, but it took more time. So BIS also was involved in this for development of standard in a faster way. So this form is filled online in my project. Okay, but since this standard was developed here, I have that. So I thought I will share with you. Okay, so once the okay. So once the PAR is approved, the working group develops the standard, and there is a procedure. It goes for even the editorial and all. Like technical content is filled by the working group because they are all technical people. But editorial and all those minor things will be taken care by IEEE SA or SASB, the board. Okay. So once the draft standard is ready, there may be so many iterations of standard, okay, or draft standard. So once the final draft is submitted, then it goes for a ballot. Okay. As I said, in the ballot, especially SASB or IEEE SA sees that the ballot is balanced. It doesn't represent one group, say manufacturer. It is a mixed balance. As I said, manufacturer, academia, researcher, user. So this is taken care by IEEE SA board to see that balloting is balanced. Okay. One more, and now it, as I said, it follows due process, and then it is consensus based. So here also, beauty of IEEE standards is that it follows this consensus that whatever is the working group membership, 75 of that should be present. Okay, like suppose 10 people are there, so 75 means 8 should be there. And in that 75% should approve, then only the standard will be approved. Okay, so it is not that 5 people are there and 3 majority, like 3 votes in favor, then standard will be approved. No, there should be 75% presence. In that 75%, 75% should approve. Then only the PAR project is treated as approved. Okay. One more speciality of IEEE standards is that uh, when it goes to balloting, approval is one thing, but there may be comments. I may approve, but I will feel yes as an expert, maybe in power system or maybe in transformer. I feel yes, in particular topic there need to be some change or it is not appropriate. So I may approve, but I will give my comment. Yes, I approve this, but in the bushing, 220 kV bushing, I feel this is the discrepancy. Okay. So beauty of IEEE standards is that each and every comment has to be resolved. Otherwise, the standardization process will not close. You are getting the point. So even if there is approval, all the comments should be resolved. Whether you agree or not, that is a different thing. But you should address each and every point, and it has to be resolved. If you feel yes, like I have given some comment on transformer bushing, if it is correct, they may accept. They will accept, okay, and they will amend it, okay. And if they feel it is not correct, they will give justification. No, what I say is not correct, and they will say it is rejected. But each and every comment will be resolved. Otherwise, this will not close. Okay. So once the comments are resolved, again it is recirculated, so that whoever has raised the comment with the changes highlighted, so he knows that whether it is incorporated, whether it is accepted or not, and if it is accepted, it is incorporated. If it is not accepted, what is the justification or why it is not accepted? Okay, so that, so once the balloting is done, all the comments are resolved, okay, then the standard, the draft standard or final draft standard comes to the review committee, okay, and again review committee goes to that uh, final review, and if there is consensus in the review committee, everywhere consensus should be there. If there is consensus in the review committee, then only uh, it will go to board for approval. If there is no consensus, it will not go to that is the PAR approval. When the PAR is approved, the standard draft standard is developed by the working group. Okay, it will go through the balloting, okay? And all the comments are resolved. Once the comments are resolved, the review committee will review that. And once the review committee approves, it will go to the standards committee. So, so once, yeah, sorry. So there is 60 days public review once it goes to the review committee, so that there are any comments from the public they can give. Okay. Then it goes to the SA board for final approval. Okay. So as a normal practice of IEEE is it maintains standard for 10 years. So after that, either it is made obsolete, that is archived, or if there are changes, it can be revised. So briefly, these are the key steps. Okay. If individual or entity group is formed, so entity is 3 entities, individual it is 10. So they form a group and they come together to develop a standard. A sponsor is formed. Sponsor means some committee. They approach some committee, okay, to support this. Okay. So each committee will have their own what we call PNP, policies and procedures. So once some committee sponsors, normally the working group follows those policies and procedures. Okay. So PAR is approved by NESCOM, New Standards Committee. Then the working group starts working on the draft standard. The working group meets. Okay, it starts working. It develops. Okay, then the working group can send this to the mandatory editorial coordination. These are all editorial. The format, okay, or the style, everything is taken care, mainly non-technical. Okay. Then it goes to, for balloting and public review. Okay. Then it is submitted to the Revcom. Once it is approved by Revcom, it goes to the board for final approval. So once the and then it goes once the board approves, it goes for publication or printing. Okay, and the validity of this is 10 years. So after 10 years, either it is archived or it is revised. So this is what I was telling. This is the standard which was developed here. I mean, uh, most of the participants from India, but when we started, there were more. Maybe I think from US, Malaysia, I think Spain, Italy. There were many countries who had joined, and they gave good input. So this could be so good standard on LVDC could be developed from here. So I will just so if you want to see the active power, I'll just take you. I will just send the link to Ricky or someone. These are the power which are active. Can you see my? Okay, one. Yeah. So if you even if you go to IEEE SA site, that is standards.ieee.org, and if you try to see the active power, you can see the active power in various fields, and you can see always it will start with P, and it will have some series of standards, say 24 or 2000, or see, these are all switchgear based. T57 transformer, T37 switchgear. So I'll come to industry connection program. So the difference between industry connection program and PAR is that this is the prerequisite to standard. Like if you feel there is some substance in idea what you have, you can work on that to see whether it qualifies to develop a full-fledged standard. So this can be proposal for standard. It can be a white paper. It can be peer-reviewed guide and position paper. It can be for conferences, uh, workshop. Okay. So there are few industry connection programs, Ethernet and IP, automotive technology, then three-body mobility as a service. So if you go to again IEEE standards.IEEE.org, and if you go for standards, or you can see here access standards, search standards, standard development. Then you can see the programs, different conformity assessment program, industry connection program, the national electrical safety code, okay, or gaps. You can see all these programs, okay. So again, difference is that for PAR, the office bearer need to be a members of IEEE SA. Here there is no such requirement. So anyone can be a member of office bearer for industry connection program. Yes, and anyone can join. And if you want to see current activity, so if you want to see the industry connection program which are active. We can see the current activities, and there may be many industry connection program. You start with some idea or some purpose, but maybe with the change in technology, with the lapse of time, or with the time, uh, there may not be the need for that particular activity. So the activity may be closed. Okay? So if you see the current activity, you can see the industry connection program, Ethernet application, open data, global. So if you have interest, see, you can see here, IC 1700 establishment of PLC test beds in India. So there are two which I am supporting as a IEEE staff. One is this establishment of PLC test beds in India. So this is headed, or the leader, working group chair is Earned Director, Dr. Pavinton. Okay. So I thought I will show you this. So this is the link. Anyhow, I'll show you share the link. So as I was saying, there are two programs which I support. One is implementation of implementation roadmap for systemic EV adoption in India and Asia. This is the chair, or this is led by Ravi Kiran. He is TEMS president, a Technology Engineering Management Society, and president is a global level. Just to share something, so we have many of the Indians who are at a global level. So he is leading that, and our plan is to come out with a white paper for roadmap of EV adoption in India, Asia, and let it be at a global level. Next is global. So right now we are focusing on India. So maybe we'll modify for Asia, and maybe 50% work is done. Then establishment of PLC test bed in India. This also maybe by end of this year, the white paper will be submitted. And there are almost 7 to 8 use cases where PLC is used. Maybe in HVAC, in meter reading, and digital, or digital this energy meter. Okay. This is all from my side, and I'll be happy to take questions. I think I slightly exceeded my time, but anyhow, I'm open for questions. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, Rishi, Sai.
Thank you so much, sir, for this nice presentation. And also thank you for giving your Sunday evening to us. Your presentations are really nice. I think like you have done a lot of hard work over the presentation. It's really a nice topic, and I hope like for all the attendees here, there are a lot of new informations coming out from this presentation. So I'm opening this today's webinar and open to all the audience like to take the queries, like if any. Any query from the attendees? You just unmute yourself. Yeah.
Correct. And if you want to reach out to me offline also, you can note down my email ID and you can write to me. I'm open to that. Absolutely no problem. So I kept this open only for my email ID so that you can reach out to me.
Okay. So we have one query from Divakaran. He was saying like after developing these standards, is there any effort put to promote these standard among industry or public for its adoption?
See, standards are voluntary. It is for the regulator to adopt. I will give best example is BIS. Now, who develops the standards and maintain? It is BIS. Okay, so BIS also, they don't have all the expertise. So like IEEE, I support. So they will have these committees and all, and they will organize the meeting of the committees, or they will what you call mobilize the expert so that standard is developed. Okay, but they are the what you call they maintain the standard. And as far as since I am from electrical, uh, mandate is given by the regulator. As I said, CEA give a mandate IEEE 80. There are other BIS standards also. IEEE 80, which talks of substation grounding. So this is mandated by CEA. Similarly, for power quality, I said IEEE 519. So this is mandated by CEA. Okay. BIS standard on earthing. Okay. It is either pipe or plate earthing. 3043. So the standard is developed by BIS, but it is mandated by CEA. Okay.
Thank you for your answer, sir. Any other query from attendees? Yeah, so I have a query, sir. Like I have
So,
basically work in data collection from medical devices, especially ventilators of the patient data. In that, we have to make some electrical network based RJ45 things, and I have saw there like there are standards like if we have the wire distance for that also some standards for frequency and bandwidth of the signal. Based upon that, they have classified like IEEE standard says if your wire length is more than this, then that's not we are in our standard, something like that. So my query is like when like if we also like when we do some experiment for a researcher, I'm asking this question, like when we do some experiment and we took some wire length and these decisions randomly, then usually reviewer asks like why you did this. So I my query is like, is there any way over the platform like going through the standards like I just have to search in the like as a keywords like I want some IEEE standards for this purpose or this problem. So is there any way to search those standards, like to find out whether there is any IEEE standard there or not? Like how to search for the standards for the relevant areas we are looking for?
so standards, one minute, let me. So if you want to find IEEE standards, okay, you go to IEEE SA and you can just type like what you want. Just tell me, let me type standard. Standard
Okay,
or some subject or
so
something, some
so
keywords.
okay, keywords like let's say there is a RJ45 based data collection system. So you can say like data transfer, something like that. Data transfer or something like that. Wire data transfer, noise or something like that. There's some standard over it.
Let's see. I also not seen, so
Hmm.
let's. Oh, so we can see here all anything related to wire data transfer. Wherever
Okay,
this keyword comes, you will get all like standard, project, page, governance, initiative, practice area, anything. So we want to see standard. So we'll see only standard.
okay.
So how many? 221. Okay.
Nice,
So
nice.
wherever this
Because
comes,
because
we can
it's
get.
because it's really nice because if we support our answers to reviewers like this is the standards, look into it, then I think it's really a nice justifiable answers why we are doing. Otherwise, it's tough for them to also justify like why
Correct,
we are
correct,
taking
correct,
this thing.
correct.
Okay,
Now you see 211 standard because you have given three. So these three matches with all the standards. Somewhere or other, these words are there. If you give more, it may be instead of 211, it may be 21. So more you give, you will get more relevant standard.
okay, I got your point,
So
sir. I
standards
think
you can get. Yeah,
Mhm.
please.
Yeah, okay, I got his point, sir.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I
we have
just
one
wanted
more.
to. Yeah,
Yeah,
please,
we have
please
one more
go ahead.
query from Ajay. Ajay, you just unmute yourself and ask the query.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Sir, my query is any standard is available for the market coupling and related to power exchanges?
same thing. You can just type and you can find out what you are saying. I can just check. Market.
For the power market coupling, sir.
So 21, I could see. So, so let's see. Like I'll try to open this. This is I think old one. But you will get how to check from
Okay,
this.
sir.
Like I will go on this. So the standard will be opened here. So if you can see here, it says it is superseded. So this is no more active standard. So you will get here superseded by 10, 20. Number is different. So this is superseded by this.
What this is also not eligible, no? You said like only for 10 years there is a validity.
It may be revised. Let's see.
Okay.
See. Okay. See, this is inactive.
Yeah.
May not be needed. So even it's not revised. So it is inactive.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So you can get that. The standard you will get, not even see, one more, I don't know about IC and all, but in IEEE, whatever a standard, whether it is inactive, active, inactive, withdrawn, you will get the standard. And when go into the details, you know whether they are active, inactive. Like initially we started, that was superseded. So we came to this, and now we saw this is inactive. Okay. So standards too, you can get the detail, but as you know, standards are all paid document, and IEEE, especially if it is not adopted by India, BIS, these are costly. Okay? So one more, I don't know whether I shared this, I don't remember, but whatever agreement we have with a national standard body, including India, all the standards will be given free of cost to national standard body, including BIS. So you can find any standard and you can go into the details of that.
Okay, sir. Got
Okay,
it.
one more same thing for PAR or the standard development. Uh, you can try to browse through, and two more things. See, IEEE program manager. So Vanessa. So you can. I mean, she supports, like in India activities there I support, as I said, the industry connection, two programs I support, or so similarly, but PAR, it is all through US. So this lady Vanessa, she supports. So for anything, one can reach out to her. And working group chair, this is Derek Brown. Okay, so all the details you get here when you go through that. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for your
Yeah.
answer. Any other query? Otherwise, we are wrapping up our session for today. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Jatin, please share the slide for token of appreciation. Okay. So we are wrapping up today's sessions. Thank you so much, Ravindra Desai, sir, for today's talk on IEEE Standards Association and Industry Connect program. Today's talk is really new, I guess, for all the attendees, and they have learned a lot of things that they will use in their research as well as their further academic requirements and whenever they need. So you have covered a nice things like government engagement programs, NSAP, ISAP, and global collaborations, like what standard associations do for industry, society, various principles followed by standard developments, and so on. So, and especially PAR. So, thank you so much, sir. This is really a nice coverage of the topic, and I hope all the attendees has enjoyed it. And we really appreciate and thanks to you for giving your Sunday evenings and a valuable time and making a nice presentations and making all this series, Spark series, a valuable series for all the attendees. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. In fact, I thought I will get some tough questions, which I don't know about the IEEE SA. Okay. Take it
Okay.
lightly, but I thought, because see, I work for this unit, operating unit. So whatever I knew, I thought if I get something, I take it positive. I thought, okay, I will also learn something new. But whatever you asked, I knew it. That is a good thing. Thank you so much. I enjoyed your company, and thank you for adding me to this your program. Okay, giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thanks for being here from last 1.5 hours. Also, thank you so much to all the attendees to be here. So we are wrapping up here. Hope we will further collaborate with you, sir, for future all our activities and whatever our
Sure.
plans.
I,
And
I'll
definitely
be
we'll reach
happy.
out to you.
Yeah.
Hope you will also enjoy our company in all our upcoming
Yeah,
initiatives.
I thoroughly enjoy. I thoroughly enjoy.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. By that,
Thank
we
you.
are wrapping up this
Thank you
session.
all. Thanks for joining. Yeah. You
Okay, thank you.
you
Thank you,
spent
sir.
your yeah.
Thank you. Have a nice day ahead. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you all. Bye.